Lions receiver Jameson Williams, also a huge fan of the Bears' second-round draft pick in Luther Burden. He texted Ben Johnson saying, "You got a dog just like me." And no one knows Burden better than his college coach, Eli Drinkwitz, who was kind enough to talk to us about Luther Burden. So, Coach Drink, do you agree? Is Luther Burden a dog?
Oh, he's definitely that, and he's more than that. He's an elite competitor. He's got unbelievable ability to change the game with the ball in his hand. I think he's a perfect match for a coach and what the offensive scheme is going to be. Really excited about him getting an opportunity in Chicago.
Yeah, let's start with how he might fit in Ben Johnson's scheme. A really good slot receiver. So as an offensive-minded coach, you know you're getting this five-star recruit. And instantly, how are you thinking of ways that you want to use him and really show off his best capabilities?
Yeah, I think that's what makes Coach Johnson so unique and why he's the head coach of the Chicago Bears is he's got a creative mind. He's very innovative. And we know the best playmakers are the guys with the football in their hands. And so I think Coach will be very smart about making sure that they give Luther the ball with some space, whether that's handoffs, which is the easiest way to getting the ball, whether it's specific routes, screen game. There's just really an unlimited repertoire of what Coach can do to get Luther the ball.
I was listening to you on the Rich Eisen show, and you said one of your favorite parts about going through the pre-draft process is talking to general managers and combating rumors with truths. Where did you feel like
Yeah.
you were having to share different things about Luther Burden throughout the process that maybe got misconstrued?
Yeah, I just think the way Luther has grown up and where he came from, I think people kind of misunderstand who he is as a young man. Like maybe he's a diva or a prima donna, and that couldn't be further from the truth. He's very much introverted. He's very much comfortable with being a star football player, but he doesn't need that in order to find himself. He's really just about competing and working really hard, and so I think people misconstrued his introvert as standoffish, and that's not who he is at all. He's going to be a great teammate. He's going to be awesome to work with. I know the rest of those guys are going to enjoy having him in the building. He's really a fun-loving guy, and I know the coaches are going to enjoy being around him.
He seemed like he was pretty motivated after he didn't get taken in the first round because we saw those late night Instagram stories of him in the indoor facility working out. Is that who he's always been, kind of having that chip on his shoulder?
Yeah, he's always been an Instagram guy, but no, he's always been a hard worker. I think he does a tremendous job of keeping the right kind of chip on his shoulder. You know, look, at the end of the day, this is one of the first times he's faced adversity as far as an athletic performance. He's always been the five-star best player, and now he got humbled a little bit falling into the second round. But ultimately, I think it's the perfect situation for him. It's the right fit for him. God wrote this story a long time ago, and now he just gets to go out and live it. And if Chicago got a little bit more motivated, Luther Burden, then look out NFL.
I love that line. We're going to save that one for later. Ben Johnson has this saying. He says, "No block, no rock." What can you tell us about him as a blocker?
Yeah, I mean that's something that he's really prided himself on. I think if you really wanted to go back and look, there's a clip. We're down 14 points in the fourth quarter to Auburn. There's a pass to Mookie Cooper. Mookie's getting caught, and Luther comes sprinting past Mookie on the screen and blocks the safety. He is going to be unselfish. He is going to block. It might not be devastating, but he is going to get in the opponent's way, and I think he'll be an unselfish player for y'all.
It's kind of the interesting part of the draft process because someone gets taken by a team and instantly everyone's going to their stats and looking at them and saying, well, he did this, he did that. And with Luther, it's like, why was there the drop off last season? He talked about it a little bit and he said he felt like teams really tried to eliminate him from the game plan. What was your take on why the stats maybe weren't as high as they were 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think obviously there was a more awareness of who Luther was. I think there was a little bit of an adjustment from us offensive philosophy standpoint. But then when you start really getting into the actualities of it, he only played the first half of game one. He only played the first two series of game two. Game three and four, he dominated. Game five, he had an 80-yard touchdown called back, which is a stat killer. UMass, he only played the first half. Auburn, Brady Cook got injured in the first quarter. Alabama, he got injured in the second half and didn't play and didn't play in the entire Oklahoma game. So when you add that up, that's about 5 games of production right there that are not where we wanted to be from a fully functioning unit. And I think that's really the truth of it. If you really dive into that, I mean, there's obviously plays that we missed out there that we wish we could have got back from maybe a route percentage or whatever. But you look at the South Carolina game, the biggest moment, we're throwing the ball to Luther. He's making a one-handed catch to take the lead with a minute left to go in the game on fourth down. So it wasn't anything on his end. It's just kind of there's just certain times in the season that, injuries occur, blowouts happen, we just weren't where we want to be.
I was reading an article on ESPN today, and it had Luther Burden as the #1 steal of this draft. Give us a little taste in Chicago. Like, what would you tease Bears fans that they're going to see with this guy when he's on the field?
Well, I think they're going to see a relentless competitor with the ball in his hand. They call him Touchdown Luther. He's had that nickname since he was in the JFL League in St. Louis, and he's the same thing here. When the ball is in his hand, the guy's got a stubborn refusal to be tackled, and I think that's going to be exciting for the Bears fans. Obviously, you're only as good as your surrounding teammates. I think Chicago's done an unbelievable job of retooling the offensive line, surrounding Caleb with elite players on the outside, with the tight end. Obviously, they got Luther. Obviously, they got Roman Adunze. Obviously, they got DJ Moore. So there's a lot of weapons there, and Lou's not going to have to be the main show. He's just going to be another piece of the puzzle for Chicago to be the best version of itself. I can't wait for my first trip to Soldier Field because I can't wait to go watch him play.
Hopefully you get here early in the season when it's still nice and warm out. Are you a fan of every NFL team? Because not all college coaches can name off every player on the roster.
I'm a fan of players that my teams play on, or that my players play on, and obviously, Lou's got a special place in my heart because of what he's done for the University of Missouri, and so I can't wait to see the success he has in Chicago. And it won't be early in the year; it's going to have to be late in the year. We plan on playing a long time at the University of Missouri, so hopefully, y'all make a deep run in the playoffs, and we're done too.
Hey, Bears fans are hoping for the same. Eli Drinkwitz, we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. MIZ.